How to create and market an impeccable business image. Watch this video to familiarize yourself with the latest marketing strategies that celebrities, top entrepreneurs, global nonprofits, leading multinationals, and even countries use to build their brands and public image. Remember that creating a business image is a reflection of what you do, why you do it, and how you do it. It's not something invented by a public relations firm. Explore the subtleties of branding and see how to market your business the proper way so the right people, customers and vendors, for example, know about it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today, I want to talk to you about how to create and market an impeccable business image. Number one, make it look good. You want to start by creating a solid, strong physical impression that will lend credibility to your business and invite customers in. Whether you have a storefront, a brochure, or a website, it's all about first impression. First impression is critical, folks. So you want that impression to suit your look. You want that impression to suit what customers are expecting. You want to suit your look to the type of business you have. It's very important. It's all about credibility in the particular niche you're targeting. For instance, an accountant's office should be well organized and tastefully decorated with business furniture. If you are a dog groomer, for example, you might choose a whimsical design with bright colors and fun murals on the wall. It's all about appealing to the rational and irrational taste of your customers. It's all about the industry too. What you want to do is you also want to look around in the industry and see what existing providers, your rivals, your future rivals are offering. Because the last thing you want is to differentiate yourself the wrong way in the industry. So make it look good. Make sure that it appeals to customers. Make sure that it is captivating. Make sure it's fun. It has to be fun. I don't care the industry you're in. Every industry, from finance to dog grooming to fashion, consulting, must be interesting. It must be fun. If customers are not happy dealing with you, if you're not able to appeal to their rational and irrational, I'm talking here about irrational, I'm talking about emotional. If you're not appealing properly to their emotional side, you're not going to make it. So make it look good. Number two, create a website. We live in the era of the internet. We live in the era of the digital revolution. You need to have a website. If you don't have a website, please, you need to have an online presence. What I'm trying to say here is that if you don't have the resource or the capability to create a website, then you want to have an online presence. And how do you do that? You do this through social media, among others. There are other ways to be present on the internet, but social media is the cheapest. Actually, it's free. It's not even cheap. Well, there is some money to be put into it if you want to make it professional. If you want to have a professional LinkedIn or Facebook presence, there are a little bit of some cost involved in it, but it's very small. But the bottom line here is you got to be on the internet. Now, why is a website important? A simple website is relatively inexpensive and can work wonders in terms of drawing people to your business or telling them more about who you are and what you do. So you want to be sure to create a professional look and feel, one that suits your business, and take care of to optimize your site for search engines. We have covered the topic of SEO extensively in other shows, so you might want to double check our database about SEO videos and learn from that. Step number three, if you want to create and market an impeccable business image, do a referral exchange. So if there is a related business you find yourself referring client to, or have a business referring clients to you, you can set up an exchange. So you can place brochures or cards at the other business's office or store and display their marketing materials in your place of business. It's a win-win, but you have to do this honestly, and you have to do this positively. What I'm trying to say is you get out of the exchange plan what you put in. So example of successful referral exchanges are those between chiropractors, for example, a massage therapist, dentist and orthodontist, and financial planners and tax preparers. Of course, the business partner with whom you are creating the exchange plan must be in the same business in the same industry or an ancillary business. What I'm trying to say is you can't do an exchange plan between a financial planner and say a chiropractor. The gap, the delta here in terms of operational synergy is too huge. So there has to be some similarity. Number 4, make a marketing plan. You want to draw up a marketing plan. Now, a formal plan should outline your vision, your mission, and also include an analysis of your market and your competitors. You also have to include in there things like your marketing goals, your marketing ideas. Here are a few questions you want to ask yourself. How do you intend to market your business? Do you want to sell things on the internet or offline? Will you use a referral program? Are you going to avail yourself of a website? Will you issue press releases? Another thing you have to do is having a marketing plan without a budget doesn't work. So you need to outline your marketing budget, set specific performance goals, and determine how and when you will meet them. You need to have KPIs. You need to have key performance indicators, or KSIs, key success indicators, to be able to track your progress. And always check back regularly to track your progress, not only in the specific marketing realm, but also in other realms such as sales and operations. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I'm still here and I'm having a conversation. I'm having a blast, folks. I'm having a blast. I love this sort of topics. And we're having a conversation about how to create and market an impeccable business image. And if you love the content's clarity and quality so far, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell so we can inform you in real time whenever we release a new show. And you know what? We release the kind of gems every single day. Rain or shine, we release these shows. And like this content, share and comment below. Step number 5, you want to have straightforward, easy to understand pricing. Please don't make the whole thing complicated. When it comes to pricing, simple always wins. You'll be surprised how many businesses they use a complicated, convoluted pricing structure, and they try to hide their prices from the customers. You don't want that. You want to start things clearly in the legit way, the most legit way from the get-go. So you want to streamline your pricing and make it clear, especially if you run a service business. Exactly how much can your customers expect to pay for which services? Clarify things, elucidate things. It's always better. It's always better to have a pricing menu. Now, you have to be a little, I would say, strategic here with your pricing menu, because your competitors are also vying for your business. They're also vying for a share of the market, and they might actually spy on you and really study your pricing menu and trying to trick things around to be able to have a price war with you. The bottom line here is you have to strike a balance between clarity and being transparent with your customers in regards to pricing, and keeping a certain level, at a reasonable level of secrecy around your pricing strategy, so that your rivals do not study your pricing plans and learn to outdo you. The thing here is you need to strike that balance, and it depends on your industry. It depends on the level of transparency that is allowed in your industry. Number 6, list creatively and widely. So unlike advertising, listing your business is usually low cost or free. And you guess it right. It's really a great way to draw people to your business. So make sure to list in the obvious places, such as the Yellow Pages and the Chamber of Commerce, and also find some not so obvious places to list it as well. For example, you want to do a little research in your city and find out whether it has a website where parents make referrals about services for their children, for example. Does a nonprofit organization in your area have a listing of businesses with good environmental and social practices? So you want to get on as many lists as you can. If there is a religious community or congregation in your area, or just a community organization, you want to figure out whether they can also list your organization. It's all about being in as many places as possible. Your goal, in order to create and market an impeccable business image, is for you to get known. It's for you to be there, to be out there, to be in the minds and faces of people. It's not about just being in your face, kind of like, oh, I'm being pushy here. No, it's about being strategic. You have to be, when it comes to being listed as in as many directories as possible. You have to think about quality versus quantity. Of course, you want to be you want to be on as many lists as possible, but those lists have to be the right ones. You also want to encourage personal recommendation, and that's our number 7. Tip number 7: encourage personal recommendation. The single best way to get new customers is through personal recommendation. Why? Because almost nothing is as powerful as an endorsement from a friend or relative, and because it's free. Or you can even consider rewarding customers for referrals. That's pretty good too. For example, if you are a hairdresser, you might give a client who has referred a client half off her next cut. What you're trying to do here is you're trying to establish relationships with clients who are doing the right thing. Some clients are just very happy to refer you because they're happy with your service, they're happy about your service or your products. But what you want to do is to increase the loyalty, to encourage that level of loyalty. You want to be able to reward them. And even though they're not asking you, you want to reward them because that's the right thing to do. You also want to make the whole recommendation process systematic. In other words, you want to make sure that it's part of your marketing efforts so that people know exactly that, okay, if you know, so you can have, for instance, what I'm trying to say, hey, you can have brochures in your office or on the internet where it's visible, it's clear to everyone that, hey, listen, if you bring me customers, if you refer one person to me, if you refer one or 2 or 10 people to me, you're getting some benefits, and it's a win-win. As I said before, it's win-win. Tip number 8: use the press. Having a great press relationship is wonderful. It always helps to get a little PR, and you don't need to hire an expensive firms for it. We have covered the subject of public relation and press release in another show, and you might want to double check that show. I think the title of the program was how to write an impeccable press release, and this is a great tool. It will help you. We have tons of ideas, good ideas in that show. We also have we've given viewers a lot of great tips about where to find templates to write a great press release. So you don't need to hire an expensive PR firm to do it. If you can come up with a newsworthy angle on your business, for instance, your grand opening, your story, what you offer that's different, you can actually write a simple press release and send it to local publications. There are directories, if you have the budget, there are directories nowadays that even allow you to write your press release and you send it to them, and they will just disseminate it. They will spread it for free. You also want to maintain a customer database. If your goal is to create and market an impeccable business image, you need to maintain a customer database. Now, a customer who used your business once will likely use it again, assuming that the customer had a great experience. So keeping an existing customer database to mail or email promotions is much less expensive than acquiring a new one. So you want to start getting to the habit of maintaining a database with your customers' contact information, and you want to ask clients whether they would like to be on your mailing list to receive special offers. Remember, it's very important to seek clients' approval before putting their names and email information on your contact list. There is very strict legislation around customer data privacy in the United States, but also in Europe with their recent legislation around the GDPR. So you want to be very careful about that. Once you have received their authorization and they're comfortable being on your mailing list, you can start thinking about doing the direct mail campaigns. I mean, a direct mail campaign is much more successful when targeted to existing customers who have opted in to the mailing list. Maintain good employee relations. For your business to create and market an impeccable image, you gotta maintain great relations within the team, within your team. You have to take care of those people who are helping you, who are helping your business succeed. You got to take care of those people who are doing their best, who are toiling 9 to 5 or 9 to 9 or 9 to 12 every single day to make your business succeed. Take care of your employee. The people who work for you can be strong assets to your marketing strategy. As a matter of fact, they are strong assets. It's not about they can be, they are strong assets. Employees who love their jobs and believe in your business will not only display, wear, use your merch or services, but they will also recommend you to their friends and families. So that's a great outlet for acquiring new customers right there. So you want to treat them right, you want to pay them right, and they could be the foundation of your personal recommendations web. All right, folks, let's recap today's conversation here. I was just talking to you about how to create and market an impeccable business image, and I have 5 important tips you need to follow if you're a small business owner. You want to make it look good. Actually, 10 tips, not 5. You want to make things look good. You want to create a website, do a referral exchange, make a marketing plan, have straightforward, easy to understand pricing, list creatively and widely, encourage personal recommendations, use the press, maintain a customer database, and maintain great employee relations. I will see you next time, but until then, remember, stay impeccable.